Good evening, Summoners. I am Sphere.
And I'm Jay.
You're watching the Pro Gaming Series 2014 Summer Promotion, a match between Team Dethrone versus team ng Fist Comeback Cats.
That's right.
At mga kaibigan, sa lahat ng di nakakalam, ang team ng Dethrone ay from Manila. Sila yung nag-top 2 sa ating Challenger Tournament sa NCR. And for team ng Fist Comeback Cats, they are the top 1 team sa Challenger Tournament ng Davao.
Yes,
So bago ang lahat mga kaibigan, let's simulan ang ating schedule for the match today.
Yes, so earlier this evening we had Pacific versus Team Decipher. Pacific picking up the first win and they'll be proceeding to the next round. Now, the next match will be now between Dethrone and the Fist Comeback Cats. Whoever wins this match will be facing off Pacific in the next round.
Yes, so very interesting match mga kaibigan. Both a team like kanina, Pacific versus Decipher, labanan ng mga region dito, Iloilo versus Manila. So ngayon, Manila versus Davao naman.
Yes.
And let's see kung ano mangyayari ngayon mga kaibigan. Game muna tayo. Match between Team Dethrone versus team ng Fist Comeback Cats. So ngayon, medyo hinintay pa natin na mag-start ang ating laban. But Jay, ano yung mga expectation mo sa mangyayaring laban ngayon?
Well, I still expect it to be a close match like the previous game. The last match as we saw was really close. As we can see there that both Pacific and the other team a while ago did really good job of playing the game really well. Now it's going to be the Dethrone versus the Fist Comeback Cats, of course. Let's take a look at their picks and bans. Of course, on the blue side we have Team Dethrone, and on the purple side we have the Fist Comeback Cats. All right.
Yes, this is mga kaibigan. Both teams, Dethrone versus team ng Fist Comeback Cats. So sa lahat hindi nakakalam mga kaibigan, ang Fist Comeback Cats ay from Davao at ang team ng Dethrone from Manila. So very interesting matchup mga kaibigan. For the top lane, we have King of Clovers. We have Moraita Boy for the jungle. We have mid na si Kalabit Pahinge or Kalabit Pahinge. For their AD carries, Da Vinci Code, Eminence Synapse para sa kanilang support role.
Yes, looking at the Fist Comeback Cats, they have a very uniform name. Of course, they have their game tag Fist CBC. They've got Gab for the top lane, Mac for their jungle, Oli for their mid lane, R for their AD carry, and J for their support.
Yes, so first ban mga kaibigan for team ng Dethrone dito, they banned Lee Sin and Kha'Zix. Very interesting.
Both strong junglers, so I guess they expect
makita si Kha'Zix dito and Lee Sin as well. Even though na-nerf ng sobra itong si Lee Sin sa mga recent patches natin, he is still very effective, especially yung pagiging mobility champion niya during the laning phase and the team fight na mangyayari dito.
Well, I wouldn't feel like the nerfs were really that big. Yes, there were some nerfs, but it was just really minor, more in terms of his energy management side, but in terms of damage, overall, he still provides the same overall utility for the team. Not much changes in terms of the skill set of Lee Sin. Now, looking at the Fist Comeback Cats, we see here that they decided to go for the Draven and Renekton ban. The last ban coming from Team Dethrone is the LeBlanc, and Fist Comeback Cats will go for the Thrice ban.
They banned Lee Sin, Kha'Zix, and the Black for the team of Dethrone. On the other hand, for team ng Comeback Cats Fist, they banned Draven, Renekton, and Ryze.
Yes.
Top lane, and it's kind of unusual na makita tayo ng ban na AD carry dito. Usually, binaban natin yung mga champion like for the top lane, for the jungle, or for the mid lane. And this time, they banned Draven. So, Draven as champion, we all know how effective this Draven can dominate a team fight.
Well, I think just looking at the name of the Throne's team member, Draven.
Draven or
hello.
Vinci Code.
Ban my Draven, I dare you.
Oh, warning for the team of Comeback Cats Fist. Still very effective. I mean, a good decision for their team to ban this champion. Kasi who knows kung ano magiging playstyle dito ni Da Vinci Code using that Draven para sa kanyang champion. And this time mga kaibigan, first pick of team Dethrone dito ay si Lulu. Most probably going for the mid lane. She is still effective for the mid lane dito.
Yeah.
Well, possible for the support, but
I believe they haven't
recent
nerfed
meta natin talaga nag-iba na siya eh.
They haven't nerfed her yet at 4.5. 4.6 we're expecting some nerfs on Lulu. More on her timer so she can't use a double glitter lance, which really hurts, especially you've seen many times how Lulu's able to pick up kills through the double glitter lance on the mid laner. So we'll be seeing that in the future. Right now, of course, we see here a very aggressive pick coming from the first Fist Comeback Cats. They picked up the Morgana and the Thresh. Of course, Thresh will be their support. I expect the Morgana to be their mid laner, so very support-oriented mid laner and support, of course. So I expect the carries of the Fizz Comeback Cats to be very aggressive types, and of course a strong tanker as well.
Looking at the picks mga kaibigan, Fizz Comeback Cats pick up Morgana and Thresh para sa kanilang first and second pick dito for their team. And most probably, Morgana will go for the mid lane.
Yes.
And Thresh will go for the support role. So, for the team, wala na silang ganun ka-heavy na mind plate dito kung saan they already picked the support and
they already
mid
know
laner dito.
where the mid laner and the support of the Fizz Comeback Cats.
Usually, they will try to pick up another champion muna before getting the AP mid carry or the support kasi possible na pang bait tong champion na to, but now they have Morgana and Thresh for the first two picks for their team, and this is a very effective lineup for their team. Kagaya na nangyari kanina, Morgana can counter Thresh in the bottom lane.
Yes.
Morgana, even though hindi siya kumuha ng items dito like magic resist item or any item dito na pwedeng magbigay sa kanya ng tankiness, she can still survive the team fight with a spell shield alone.
Yes. Alright, so it looks like here's another thing actually. They have the Nocturne and the Shyvana for Team Dethrone. Now Dethrone, we saw a while ago Shyvana being in the jungle, but this time I feel like definitely the Shyvana will be in the top lane, and I'm probably expecting Nocturne to be the jungler this time around. Now, of course, Nocturne can also pick up the regular Lantern, which will of course convert itself to the Fair Flare later in the game. So we'll have to see how this will turn out.
Mga kaibigan, this time Team Dethrone pick up Nocturne and Shyvana para sa kanilang second and third pick dito. Nocturne na sa champion, and sobrang naging dominating siya. Comes to the team fight, kapag mabot siya ng level 6 dito, getting his paranoia to gank any lanes dito. So, kailangan niya ma-secure dito na gagamitin niya yung kanyang paranoia ng maayos. Or, you have to make sure na every time na gagamitin niya yung kanyang paranoia, may mapapatay siyang champion dito. It's because yung kanyang paranoia, sobrang tagal ng cooldown ito. I think around 120 seconds or something. Something like that. Kung saan, well, any global or semi-global skill dito ay talagang matagal yung cooldown. So for their team, they have Nocturne and Shyvana. Both a champion can be very tanky during the laning phase, especially the team fight dito. So they can just shove back the team members of Team Fizz dito. Or, for example, the AD carry or the AP carry of their team.
I actually like what Fizz did here. They actually picked up the Jax in response to that Nocturne and Shyvana. Jax can easily outdo both these champions since most of their damage are reliant on mini hits, and of course Jax with his counter strike will be able to negate a lot of that damage coming from Nocturne and Shyvana.
For the top lane, if ever na maglaban dito si Jax and si Shyvana, it's kind of unusual na usually ganito talaga nakita natin matchup dito eh. But nakadepende ito sa kung sino may magandang playstyle during the laning phase. Kung sino yung mas aggressive at kung sino yung merong advantage during the laning phase. For example, you are using Jax against the Shyvana. Jax can dominate the laning phase against the Shyvana dito kung sobrang aggressive niya. But Shyvana as well can dominate the top lane against kay Jax kung siya naman yung maging mas aggressive. Or kung depende kung sino yung kung paano yung pag-execute nila ng mga skills dito, exchanging the poke damage from both teams.
Yes.
And Jax, once umabot siya ng level 6, he can utilize the skills very well every time. We all know na kapag umabot ng level 6 dito si Jax, meron siyang passive skill na every third hit na gagawin niya dito ay may bonus magic damage.
Yes.
So ang gagawin niya, every first 2 hit, he will use it to the minion. And kapag pangatlong tira na niya, he will leap into the opponent, and after niya mag-leap in, for a bonus damage dito na kanya ibigay against his opponent dito, use that skill very well.
Yes.
Leap in and then for more damage output against your opponent.
Yes, that's right. So it looks like Fizz decided to pick up their last pick as the jungler as Vi. So we'll be seeing Vi in the jungle. Looking at the lineup of the Fizz Comeback Cats, they have a very CC heavy team. They've got the Thresh, they got the Morgana binds, Dark binds her ultimate. Of course, also Vi also has a lot of crowd control, including Jax with his counter strike. So a lot of crowd control coming from Team Fizz Comeback Cats. While looking at Team Dethrone, they don't have as much. Well, they do have a long time combo. We have the Ezreal and Sona. This used to be a very popular pick back in season 2.
Yes,
We see always Ezreal and Sona in every game. This time around, this is the first time I've actually seen them go together.
This is the first time na makakita natin sila ngayon this season.
Yes, together.
Or yung ating recent patch.
Yes, together.
Yes.
Normally, you sometimes see Ezreal. Once in a while, you probably even see a Sona, but
actually, if I'm not mistaken, ito yung ginamit na champion dito ng Team Mineski, yung ating Southeast Asia qualifier. Kasi sobrang naging dominant nila
yes.
that time. The
Alright.
crescendo true shot barrage combo dito is sobrang effective against your opponent. In the bottom lane, Thresh and Lucian, very ironic lineup dito. Saan, kaya na sinabi mo before, kung sino yung kumuha ng asawa ni Lucian, magiging kasama niya sa bottom
Yeah.
lane. So ito yung one of the best combo dito, Thresh
So,
and Lucian. for
There'll be
bottom
some bromance coming from Thresh and Lucian today. There'll be peace and not war between the two of them
Yes.
being in the same team. Now, looking at the lineup of Dethrone, Shyvana, the top lane, does not provide almost any crowd control. Of course, he'll be building Blade of the Rune Key, most likely to provide it slow. Like I mentioned, this comeback cast have a lot of stuns and crowd control compared to the Throne team. This will give Shyvana a very hard time probably of laying enough damage on the targets you want to, especially since there's a lot of protection coming from the Fist comeback cast. While, of course, Nocturne has his paranoia and, of course, his fear, which takes a few times to activate, giving Fist comeback cast a lot of time to deal a lot of damage. So, Fist comeback cast have to be very aggressive to be bursting down those targets before, of course, Crescendo coming from Sona could stop Fist comeback cast in the team fight. It'll be really interesting to see how they play this game.
Actually, in the top lane, Shyvana versus Jax in the top lane dito. Both a champion, being a very dominant champion in the laning phase. But since in Summoner Spell, King of Movers have the Ignite, and Jax or itong si Gab have his teleport.
He's probably gonna go for split push.
So, Shyvana have to make sure na in the early level advantage first champion, kailangan niya makuha agad ang first blood dito. Since meron siyang Ignite, at walang Ignite dito si Jax. Mananalo dito si Jax in the later part of the game kapag nagkaroon siya ng item advantage against his opponent. So, gaya na sinabi natin before, in the Korean meta, kung saan napapansin mo sa OGN, yung ating yung mga matches natin doon, yung mga latest matches natin, halos lahat ng mga top laner kumukuha na ng kanilang teleport as their summoner spell.
Yes.
Kaya na sinabi mo before, I think it's because of the buff na nangyari sa teleport dito.
Yeah, whenever they teleport to one of their turrets, it only has a 200-second timer. So, at the early levels, you're able to basically go back to your turn much faster. The 200 seconds is like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yes.
So, that's really short compared to the 5-minute cooldown it normally has. So, with that, you're able to go back to base, especially for people like Riot and Shyvana who don't really have much. They need items really early. This is a really good item to pick up.
Yes, mga kaibigan, I'm very sorry sa delay. Meron tayong 3-minute delay sa ating spectator mo. Kung saan, kung bakit nagkaroon tayo ng medyo matagal-tagal pang conversation dito. But mga kaibigan, if ever na mawalan ka ng shell or RP pambili ng iyong skins or champion, anong possible mong gawin?
Ano bang pwedeng gawin natin dito, Spirit?
Ito, pwede mong gawin mga kaibigan. If ever na isa kang smart TNT or Sun Cellular subscriber, pwede kang bumisit sa epins.gamix.ph and then choose the game you are playing pag visit mo sa site na yun. You are playing League of Legends. After mo piliin yung League of Legends, you are about to choose the Garena shell denomination you want. If ever gusto mo ng 50, 100, diba? Gusto mo ng special skin, get 60. Kung gusto mo ng medyo mas astig kang tignan, 500 or ultimate or the mythical skin of Pulsefire, Ezreal or si Udyr. And after nun, click add to cart. Ngayon, na-click mo na yung add to cart, enter your mobile number, TNT, Smart, and Sun Cellular subscriber lamang. After mo click yung add to cart dito, you are about to enter your mobile number. And then, after mo malagay yung mobile number mo, you will receive the confirmation code, send it to 3161, and you will receive the EPIN amount you want.
Yes, so thank you very much, Smart, for providing this awesome feature, GameX, allowing our summoners to be able to buy our shells so they can buy those awesome skins for League of Legends even from their own home.
Less hassle mga kaibigan, di mo na kailangan basta buy, basta meron kang load at kapag ikaw ay Smart, TNT and Sun Cellular. Pero mga kaibigan, Jay, ano yung mga expectation mo sa laban na mangyayari ngayon? We have here for team ng Dethrone, King of Clovers to the top lane, Shyvana, Nocturne, Lulu, Ezreal, Sona versus Jax, Vi, Morgana, Lucian, and Thresh.
I feel like in terms of team fight, Fist comeback acts have the advantage, and they also have the possibility of a split push Jax, which could actually allow them to win the game. But I feel like because of the Nocturne's semi-global presence, he should be more effective in ganking, especially in the early levels. And actually, it would be too different. Of course, Vi is very dangerous. If he overextends when he uses assault and battery, could turn around the gank he comes in. So this has to be executed properly from the Fist comeback cast if they want to win the game.
For the lineup of team ng Fist comeback cast dito, their team, it's all about the crowd control na meron sila.
Yes.
They have Morgana na merong AoE bind. They have Thresh as well. They also have Vi and Jax for the stuns. And the disable coming for the assault and battery. On the other hand, for team ng Dethrone dito, it's all about the support coming from their team to help their comrade to survive the team fight. They have Shyvana para mag-shove back ng any member from the team member. So, the Fist Comeback Cats. They have Lulu for the wild growth. The health picks, the shield from their team, sobrang effective. The sustain as well from Sona. I don't think team Fist Comeback Cats can surely kill a champion dito anytime na mag-burst down, mag-burst sila ng champion, which gave them the advantage of picking Jax para sa kanilang top lane dito. He can do a speed push and hindi niya kailangan sumama sa mga teamfight na mangyayari. So mga kaibigan, game muna tayo ngayon. Nag-pause pa tayo, but since nagkakaroon pa sila ng kanilang pag-set, kanilang mga settings dito, but looking at the, let's see na, yan mga kaibigan, Dethrone versus Team Feast Comeback Cats. So Jay, looking at the mid lane dito, Lulu versus Morgana, who do you think will dominate? Who do you think have the greatest advantage during the laning phase?
First few levels will probably be Lulu, probably 1 to 3. But as soon as Morgana gets her full set of skills around level 4, I think Morgana should be able to easily farm without any problems. Of course, Lulu still will be laying a lot of damage since of her fairy, who did additional damage on her auto attack, which will be hurting Morgana a little bit more in the early levels.
So ngayon, we're still waiting kung ano nangyari, but
and not to mention, I'd like to point out that Morgana has no ignite, so the kill potential definitely comes to the laners of both the top lane and the mid lane of, like I said, Fist Comeback Cats lineup is more of a team-oriented team fight talaga. They want to win in team fights more on one-on-one duels compared, unlike Dethrone. It looks like they'll be very aggressive on going in for those kills at the early levels. Alright, so looks like the game will be resuming right now, and the game has been unpaused right now, and we're taking a look at the Fist Comeback Cats right now, and looks like they might go for an early invade. As you can see there, all 5 members are grouped together. Vido is in the lead, right in the front right now, leading the charge, with all 4 members of Fist Comebacks right behind him. Looking at the minimap here, you can see here that the throne looks like are thinking the same thing. As you can see, all 5 members are grouped together. Actually, they're breaking apart right now. It looks like they will not be going for an early invade. Shyvana will be spreading out to the top lane, while Nocturne and Lulu will be in the mid lane. Ezreal and Sona will proceed to go to the bottom lane. We have another pause right now. There might be some either connection problems or probably some settings that are being fixed right now. So we just have to wait to see. Hopefully it's not a connection problem, so we can continue get on with the game.
I think something is wrong sa kanilang mga internet connection ngayon. That's why we are pausing the game. But let's see kung ano mangyayari dito. Pero like what you said kanina, in the early part of the game, Lulu versus Morgana, it's all about how you try to dominate the laning phase. In the bottom lane, Ezreal and Sona. When it comes to the sustain, Ezreal and Sona have the advantage. That said, it's mga kaibigan, tumama. Very good job dito from Thresh. I think it's a blind hook.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's a blind hook.
It was a blind hook.
They're not aware na merong champion doon, but still with that blind hook from Jay, very good job for Team Feast Comeback Cats getting the first blood for their team.
Alright, so yeah, it was I think a blind hook if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so back into the game. Looks like Fist Comeback Cats will continue to search for other members of Team Dethrone right now. They've actually spotted Lulu here. Lulu using her glitter dance to slow down.
Flash in! And the death sentence from the members of Fist Comeback Cats dito. And they pick up another kill. It's a 2-4-0, 2-4-9 exchange na in favor of Team Fist Comeback Cats in the early part of the game.
Yes, and everybody actually picked up an assist. So this is actually a huge gold advantage for Fist Comeback Cats early in the game. It's already an 800 gold lead for them, and they will definitely be able to secure their buffs without any problems. As you can see here, the members of the throne will just be resuming.
For Thresh, it's a very worth it
flash.
Burned flash.
Yes.
Para sa kanyang champion dito. Good champion for their team, the early part of the game.
That's definitely a huge advantage for Team Fist Comeback Cats here, and Gab here will be facing off with Shyvana. As you can see here, Shyvana doing a lot of magic damage using her spell there, and Gab will have to play a little bit careful. He has about half mana, and we know Jax is very mana reliant, especially in the early levels. So he has to play a little bit more passive here now that rather Shyvana has advantage over him.
So this time mga kaibigan, we pause the game once again and nagbalik na tayo ngayon. So far, dahil sa dalawang kill na nakuha ng Team Fist Comeback Cats, they somehow managed to get the early advantage dito sa laban na to. 900 gold difference in the early part of the game in favor of Team ng Fist Comeback Cats.
Alright, so it looks like Jax is going to get aggressive right now on Shyvana. Shyvana trying to return, do some return damage here. Here, Lulu doing a lot of damage as well to Morgana. We can see here, like I said, early levels, Lulu will have the advantage. Now, another boss coming out. I don't understand what's happening right now with these bosses. I feel like maybe one of the members of from each one of the teams is still lagging. That's why they're pausing the game. Hopefully, they'll be able to resolve this issue right away. And if it's not a connection problem, we'll be able to resolve this game right away.
I wonder what is happening dito sa laban nila since medyo nakakatatlong post na tayo. Unfortunately, kapag nagtuloy-tuloy ito, medyo mawawala yung synergy. I mean, yung moral, momentum ng mga teams to win this game. But still, in top lane mga kaibigan, level 2 na si King of Clovers against kay Gab. At ang mahirap dito, kapag if you're going against Shyvana, it's not a good skill choice to get yung kanyang counter strike as his first skill dito. It's much better to get your second skill or your Q, your leap against your opponent sa top lane dito.
Yes, good spell shield coming from Morgana, preventing the fear coming from Nocturne. Surely without that spell shield, she would have been died to the Lulu or to the Nocturne right now. Dark Binding connecting to Lulu there. Good job coming from Ollie, laying some damage onto that Lulu there. Right now, Sona and Ezreal will definitely have the advantage in this lane as long as they're able to avoid those death sentences coming from Thresh. Other than that, it probably will be mostly reliant on the junglers from both teams to make the big plays here in the bottom lane. Alright, so right now looking at the CS here, Jax was able to do a good job of picking up all those CS under his turns there, basically tying the CS of Shyvana and Jax in the top lane. Here in the bottom lane, it's also dead even in terms of CS count. Right now, it's 20 to 21. Lucian just picking up another one right now, but basically in terms of CS, it's really not any different in almost all the lanes.
Actually, at this point in time, mga kaibigan, Shyvana, I mean Jax have to be safe in the top lane. Hindi siya kailangan hindi siya pwede maging sobrang aggressive dito, knowing na na-burn niya kagad yung flash niya in the early part of the game. Kung saan, kapag nagkaroon ng chance si King of Clovers na mag-dominate the top lane dito, giving so much poke damage against kay Gab, I think he can kill this champion. And take out, he still have the Ignite as his summer spell and flash in as well. So you can just initiate dito itong si Gab. And as you can see, King of Clovers is taking the advantage dito sa laban. Kasi alam niya merong disadvantage dito si Gab in the top lane. And he can't go in or he can at least get the CS very well sa laban na to dahil nga kailangan din niya pansinin yung kanyang HP during the laning phase.
Yeah, so I just have to point out that Jax has actually used all his pots already. He actually picked up cloth and 5 pots in the early game and it's now at half life, so I feel like he'll probably go back to base as soon. I think he's trying to save up for a Vamp Scepter or probably go for 2 Doran Sword, which is actually a popular item on Jax right now. So we'll have to see how he builds his Jax into the later game. Right now, of course, the CS here in the bottom lane is still pretty dead even here.
Actually, Jay, this is the first time na uuwi si Jax. And since meron siya first blood kanina, and an assist as well, I think this can give him the advantage of dominating the game right now. Bigyan na teleport in the bottom lane. Jax just in time have this teleport, and teleport as well from team members of his comeback catch flash in from Oli. It's a 1-for-1 exchange in favor of their team. It's a 0-3 score na at this point of time.
Yeah, so both teleports of Fist Comeback getting burned there. Looks like they're gonna rotate into a dragon. This is actually very good rotation coming from the Fist Comeback. I think they planned this really well and they're executing really well as well. As you can see here, it's now a 3-kill advantage. Shyvana will continue to try to push the tower in the top lane. I don't think he'll be able to take it down right away, but he should be able to do a lot of damage since he has a pretty good minion wave over there.
Yes, and so far, King of Clovers, the opportunity of getting the first tier sila sa laban na to. So if ever na makuha niya to, it's a worth it trade for team ng Dethrone.
Yeah, so although not yet picked up, he's able to do a lot of damage. Let's see if Jax will be able to get back into the lane before Shyvana pushes that tower. So you can hear Shyvana really trying to shove the lane.
CBC Mac can survive against that wolf sa laban na
Yes,
to.
he had to go
They have
away there.
to back
Almost
away.
going down. Jax is about to get here. I don't know if Shyvana will want to stick around here. Shyvana decides to back away there. Activating.
But since meron na siyang dragon form, he is confident to go against the Gab dito. But Gab, knowing na nag-recall na si King of Flovers, no, he didn't have the chance to stop that recall.
Yeah, didn't spot that Shyvana only checked one bush there. Ezreal and Sana picking up the double gods from himself. Right now, Ezreal is gonna go back to base, probably gonna pick up some more items here. He actually has, Lucian already has the BF sword. Looks like Ezreal will not go for a Bloodthirster, but actually picks up the Sheen. Instead of rushing, probably he might go for a Trinity Force Blade of the Ruin King build,
Most
just like
probably.
TPABD build not too long ago. So, interesting.
Oops,
Death Sentence not
Death
connecting.
Sentence, almost enough for their team to pick up another kill. But since hindi tumama ang kanyang Death Sentence doon, they have to back away in the bottom lane and let Lucian farm his items. So far ngayon mga kaibigan, 0-3 pa rin ang ating score. Ating goal difference ay around 1.3k.
That's right. Alright, so looks like the Fist comeback attack definitely have the upper hand right now. They have about 1.2k goal advantage over Dethrone here in the first 8 minutes of the game. And in terms of towers, of course, Shyvana may be able to take out this third with this minion wave. We'll see if Jax will still be able to defend this. But here in the bottom lane, there we go. Shyvana was able to pick it
the
up.
first to the top lane dito, but Clovers, the King of Clovers trying to get the life of Gav in the top lane. Again, coming from Vi dito, and I think they're about to get the life of King of Clovers. Have to use a dragon form mga kaibigan ng sabayan na. Assault and battery, a flash in, and the dragon form as well. One more hit mga kaibigan, but he goes down. Almost enough with that ignite to kill Gab.
Not enough.
But nope, it's a 1-for-1 exchange once again in favor of the team ng Fist Comeback Cats.
Yeah, I think he was expecting. Oh, here comes
True shot barrage mga kaibigan!
Missed it by a
Hindi
hair.
tumama. Almost enough mga kaibigan. Konting galaw na lang ng mouse niya. Kukuha niya sana ang buhay dito ni Jax.
Yes, alright, so good job. Jax was able to avoid that. Actually didn't have to really do anything because it was a little bit off target there. Lucian trying to help Thresh escape that. Picking up a lot of damage, of course. Thresh was able to escape that. Lucian using his dash just to prevent any more damage coming from Team Dethrone there. Of course, Ezreal and Sona are about, well, Ezreal is already level 6. He's just waiting for Sona to hit level 6 so he can do his full combo. Let's see if Sona will be able to do some impressive flash crescendos in combination with Ezreal to pick up a kill.
All time mga kaibigan, we are looking at the team of Fist Comeback Cats dominating the game very well. And halos lahat ng attempt nila dito, the gang coming from Vi, the respawn coming from their team, lahat nag-success. Lahat nag-succeed ang mga pangyayari dito. And unfortunately, Team Fist Comeback, I mean Team Dethrone have to do something sa performance na to.
Yes, that's right. Well, actually, Shyvana so far has done the best job in his team, picking up a third and has a 30 CS advantage over Jax right now. And this game is still far from over. As you can see here, there's CS other than that top lane. All the other CS are pretty much even. But of course, like I mentioned a while ago, Fist Comeback Cats did a really good job a while ago of the rotation was really good, and as long as they can continue to properly rotate, continue the rotations the way they were doing a while ago, they should be able to pick up or be able to do a really good job here.
And ito na mga kaibigan, Team Dethrone trying their best to get the first threat mga kaibigan, but S is from only dito in the mid lane. A teleport tayo ng the members of Fist Comeback Cats. They're getting the life of Morita Boy. He's taking so much damage, but King of Clovers trying to respond dito. Half this at paranoia. One champion goes down. 1-for-1 exchange in favor of team members of the Dethrone, but 2-for-1 na to mga kaibigan. Shutdown coming from Lulu. Assault and battery getting the life of Morita Boy. And Calabit Penge was left behind for the team members of Fist Comeback Cats. Flash in and the crescendo for Eminence Synapse, and I think it's a 3-for-3 exchange in total sa laban na to. But a missed true shot barrage once again for Ezreal. Almost enough.
That was a very, very sloppy play coming from both teams. They're missing a lot of important skill shots and forcing those kills by flashing back into those team fights. At the end of the day though, Dethrone was finally able to pick up 3 kills. It was actually a 3 for 3 exchange at the end of the, and of course a lot of flashes being burned there as well.
Yes, actually Jay, kung napatay nila kagad kanina si Lulu, not forcing Arl to use that flash, siguro mas okay pa yung nangyari team fight doon.
Yes.
Unfortunately, medyo
miscommunication
nagkaroon
and
sila
also
ng,
miscalculation of damage as well.
Okay, let him go. I thought patay na siya. But no, na-survive niya yung team fight na yon, and he have to use that flash in to make sure na makuha pa niya isang buhay.
Yes, and because Sana got there just in time, they were able to actually pick up a kill on Lucian. Lucian so far having a really good score here of 2-1 and 3. Would have been 2-0-3 if he did not die there to the crescendo. Ollie here, 1-1-5, doing so far a pretty good job as well here in the mid lane against the Lulu. That sentence
yes,
coming from Thresh not
Morita is
connecting.
doing pretty well sa laban na to. Successfully killed the champion kanina with the paranoia.
Second dragon of the game, going to Fist Comeback at once again. Here, Nocturne using his trinket to spot out the members of his Comeback Cats there, and realizing that the dragon's too late to be contested. Here in the bottom lane now again, looks like the Fist will be continuing to try to push here in the bottom lane.
This
of
is
course,
a very interesting pick, item pick for Arl. Bloodthirster in the early part of the game. So at this point of time, we have the advantage. We became mga kaibigan na top lane. Ang hari mabuhay ni King of Clovers have to use that Bolt Breaker. Tumama ang stun mga kaibigan from Gab dito. King of Clovers taking so much damage. Didn't use the Dragon Form very well. As you can see, pagkagamit ng Dragon Form, just in time tumama yung counter strike dito ni Jax to kill a champion dito. And it's a 1-for-1 exchange na naman once again na top lane.
yeah, so Azrael just using his ultimate. Actually, I believe it did connect with Arl there. As you can see here, he's now using some pots to heal up there, but I think it was a little bit too early for him to use that. Although the cooldown on that is not that long. The True Shot Barrage should be up after about 60 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yes.
he should be able to get it up in time for another team fight. Of course, Sona's Crescendo is already ready if they need it in the team fight.
Problema dito for Shyvana ay medyo napapalayo na yung distansya or yung gap. Death sentence mga kaibigan. Napakaganda performance from Thresh dito sa laban na to. Halos lahat ng death sentence na sinubukan niya ay tumatama. And yet again mga kaibigan, Mac taking so much damage. Ginamit dito ang Wild Growth. And I think one more hit mga kaibigan. Bolt Breaker is still on cooldown. And he goes down for the team of Dethrone.
Yeah. That's like,
I think medyo naging malayo dito yung pagka-counter gap nitong si Mac kanina.
yeah, he wanted to try to steal some minions away from Nocturne since he's trying to build into a Pharaoh Flare, and he was trying to slow down the Pharaoh Flare activation. Of course, he didn't get caught there, getting spotted by the members with those wards, losing his life to that. So that will set back the Fist CBCs back a little bit. They have to play a little bit more careful and not give up any more kills like that if they want to win this game.
Yes, and mga kaibigan, Team Dethrone trying to push the first tier in the bottom lane dito, but kita-kita natin yung goal difference na meron dito. Itong si Da Vinci Code versus kay R. As you can see, with the item na meron siya, Bloodthirster dito against Ashin, and the Phage for Ezreal. I don't think it's enough to compensate sa damage output na magagaling dito kay Lucian in every team fight na mangyayari. And somehow, hindi ba natin nakikita yung dominance ng Crescendo True Shot Barrage combo dito?
Yes. Alright, so it looks like Shyvana was able to pick up another turret here in the mid lane with the help, of course, of Lulu. Shyvana being a push monster right now.
Yes, it mga kaibigan, Mac versus Clover in the jungle. And he have to disengage for champion of Team Dethrone dito ay naghabang mga kaibigan. Teleport is still up. Mga kaibigan, kuton pa ang teleport pick up dito. Aris front line for the members of Dethrone Crescendo just in time. One champion goes down. They're chasing down Jay. Jay takes so much damage. Oli as well. Have to use that Sonya to make sure that he gets first down any champion dito. Made TP from team members of Feast Comeback Cats. Gab have to use that counter strike to hit on the champion, and I think this time he will check down any champion. One more hit, a healthy picks just in time. He was ignited, and he will go down with the ignite. Coming from the members of Feast Comeback Cats. This time it's a 4-4-2 exchange in favor of team members of the Dethrone.
Yeah, so the Throne definitely coming back into the game with that last team fight. Actually, I think Vi is going for a full damage build right now. As you can see here, she's built up already a brutalizer. Hasn't built up
Usually, ganyan na ginagawa ng mga Vi player kapag they have the advantage in the early part of the game.
Yes, alright, so let's look at the replay here. Thresh trying to throw a hook. Of course, there was a spell shield that was preventing him. The fear lands onto Lucian there. Lucian going down really fast here. The box coming from Thresh trying to slow down the rest of the members. A crescendo landing, and of course, Ezreal picking it up with the True Shot Barrage. Morgana decides to join this team fight. I think it was a little bit too late. Uses her ultimate to catch 4 members, but with all the AoE
As you can
damage.
see, yes, as you can see with the late teleport from Gab, and unfortunately, hindi rin naman si Gab. Medyo normal na malate yun dahil nasa cooldown pa kanina yung teleport niya eh. And that gave the advantage for Team Dethrone to dominate the teamfight na nangyari kanina.
Yeah, actually, Morgana almost going down as well to that to the sauna there, but of course, Sauna decided not to chase his. One spell comes from Morgana would have easily taken her down. Morgana has actually the blue buff still right now. I believe the blue buff is still almost at full charge, so it'll be there on him for a while, allowing him to easily farm better in the mid lane. So looking at the goal,
yes,
Dethrone is actually now in the lead by about 1k. So those last team fights, this definitely turned the game around in their favor, including the push coming from Shyvana in the top and mid lane.
yes, much possible. Team Fizz, comeback cast trying to defend their bottom lane dito, and hindi nila pwedeng pabayaan na mawasak to. At this point of time, mga kaibigan, Jax is still trying his best to push the first tier in the top lane dito, but King of Clover is trying to push the other lanes as well. So sinasabayan niya lang si Jax. At kapag ito yung nangyayari, hindi ganun na utilize si Jax yung kanyang performance as a split pusher sa laban na to.
That's right.
Kasi nangyayari, even though yes, he's pushing the top lane, he's doing a split push dito, but King of Clover pushing the other lanes as well.
Alright, so it looks like all members of Team Dethrone are here in the bottom lane. Gusto na nila talaga i-push tong first outer turret ng Fizz comeback here in the bottom lane. Jax is now doing a split push here in the top lane since Shyvana is in the mid lane doing the same thing here. Hopefully Jax will be able to pick this up. Yes, he picked up the third. But this signals
yes, this is mga kaibigan. Team Dethrone finally got the first to the bottom lane, mga kaibigan. Parang Royals din popped out. Crescendo just in time. One champion goes down. And this is the advantage for the team members of Dethrone. They're dominating this game. At this point of time, mga kaibigan, it's a 2-for-9 exchange. 10-10 ang ating score. At ang ating goal difference ay biglang nag-snowball for team ng Dethrone.
Yes, definitely Dethrone has a big advantage in terms of push here. They're trying to take down the third. Shyvana providing some isolation there. Jax taking down the sauna really quickly here. Of course, he has his ultimate preventing a lot of those return damage. Looks like, I feel like Dethrone will probably back away. Yes, they will back away. Yes. Probably pick up the dragon on the way out.
Why not third dragon, mga kaibigan? And this is the first dragon for Team Dethrone. If ever na sila makakuha na to. First 2 dragons goes to Team Fizz comeback cats, but this time, mga kaibigan, yes, I think this is the first dragon of Team Dethrone.
Alright, so Dragon will be picked up by Dethrone, uncontested by the Fizz comeback cats here. Jax does spot out the 3 members of the Dethrone. Won't be able to chase anybody down. Looks like he'll have to try to push another, help his team push here in the mid lane. As you see here, 4 members of the Fizz comeback cats are here. This is actually a very smart choice if they continue to push this, since the members of Dethrone decided to go back to base to heal up, of course. Sona won't be able to do anything about it, even with her crescendo. This tower will definitely go down to the Fizz comeback cat, uncontested.
Unfortunately, mga kaibigan, sa mga pangyayari kanina, nakabawi bigla itong si Ezreal getting, yes, like what you've said kanina, is aiming for that 384 Blade of the Ruined King item. And he's most likely going for the last whisper for getting the Blade of the Ruined King. For more damage output against your opponent.
Yeah. Alright, so Ezreal with the blue buff this time around. Looks like he'll be able to spam his spells even more often, including his Arcane Barrage. As you can see, a while ago he did cast it as soon as the tower went down to slow down the minion wave coming from the Fizz comeback cat in the mid lane. Jax is spotted by King of Clovers here on the Shyvana. Jax, of course, is starting to get turned into a monster right now. He already has his Blade of the Ruined King.
Yes, Gaba, I bigyan against one, mga kaibigan. He's not aware na Kalabit Peng is trying to respond, and this time with that Crescendo Wild Growth combo, the ultimate skill. You have to use that skill just to kill one champion in top lane, but I think it's worth it. They're about to get the second and third top lane dito, and very good job for the team member of Dethrone with that kill.
Alright, so there is a pause again, of course, in the game right now. Let's just go take a look at the score right now. 4 towers to 3 in favor of Team Dethrone. The kills is now even at 11 kills apiece. Gold advantage goes to Team Dethrone with 2.5, so it's a pretty close game, although this is a little bit of a comeback for the Dethrone team instead of the comeback cat. So let's see if the comeback cat can come back also from this game this time around.
Let's see kung ano mangyayari mga kaibigan. Hindi pa tapos ang laban. Bilog ang bola. At eto na mga kaibigan, King of Clovers taking so much damage. That sentence step from Jay. Kung hindi siya nakapag-flash doon, I think it will connect.
Yes, actually,
It will connect.
Fist comeback cat Jay reminds me of Jay from TPS, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, TPS Jay. There's
No. It's TPA Jay. Sorry, it is TPA. Yeah, TPA. TPA Jay. He's a support. Yes,
Yeah.
he's a support for TPA right now, and yeah, they have the same name, so we got 2 support Jays. Seems like I have a lot of fans as well in the Pro League team. So let's take a look here. Morgana will be continuing to slow down the push here in the mid lane. As you can see here, her she needs to pick up probably the blue buff, which is going to be contested by Nocturne here. Nocturne will be spotted by the members of Fist CBC here.
I think he can steal this blue buff. This meron siyang smite. There's the team. Pero dito si Vi ngayon mga kaibigan. That true shot barrage. The blue buff goes to Ezreal. He won in that betting game. Get the blue buff dito. And this time mga kaibigan, Kalabit Benge against Fist Comeback Cats Gab. Disengage sa laban na to.
Alright, so going back into the game, we can see here Mac trying to escape the wrath coming from Lulu and Nocturne. They've actually done a really good combo so far, as you can see here. They've actually, because of the combo coming from Nocturne and Lulu so far, they were able to turn the game around. The 4-0 advantage of the comeback cats have pretty much disappeared right now. Gab is now in...
mga kaibigan, si Popped out in a good spell shield for the members of his comeback cats dito. What a turnaround mga kaibigan. Someone was about to do that. More hit mga kaibigan. Assaulted battery from dito. Kalabit Benge. The box just in time. 1 champion goes down. It's a 1-for-1 na mga kaibigan. 2 champion goes down. Da Vinci code. Getting the life of any champion of the members of his comeback cat. With the SS mga kaibigan from Arl dito sa laban na to. It's a 3-for-2 exchange. And I think Da Vinci code can kill Oli just in time. The Zonya. And a last hit. Time for that first kill. Or Q's kill for Flash ended the game.
Nice.
Ended that ace.
Yes.
They somehow managed to get an ace na laban na to against team na Fist Comeback Cats. Very good job.
It looks like the build of Ezreal is paying off here. As you can see here, he's starting to take the lead over Lucian. He's now 3-1-8 at Trinity Force, providing a lot of movement speed for Ezreal, allowing him to kite really effectively against the members of the Fist Comeback Cats here. Of course, Shyvana will be able to push here. Ezreal providing some attack speed for King of Clovers here, and another tower down for the for the Team Dethrone. As you can see here now, is now a 3-tower advantage for Team Dethrone here. Kill lead also as well ever since that last team fight. The Comeback Cats are starting to lose their lead a lot now. It's now a 5k advantage for Team Dethrone. If Dethrone continues to do what they're doing, they will be able to win the game.
That's it, mga kaibigan. Once again, one more champion I think will go down here. I mean, it's snaps they have. I mean, this Gab have to use the flashes and the counter strike as well. Crescendo just to stop the team members of his Comeback Cats to chase him down, but not enough to escape this madness from Team Fist Comeback Cats. So I think they're about to get the Baron dito since one champion goes down for team members of the Dethrone. Pero do you think they can manage to get this first Baron, or they are trying to bait the team members of the Dethrone dito mga kaibigan? Nahuli nila si King of Clovers just in time with the use of the assaulted battery. They're about to get the life of King of Clovers dito, but King of Clovers being a very tanky champion, he took a lot of damage, but still hindi ganun kalaki damage on sa kanya.
Now,
and chasing down Fist Comeback Cats Mac dito, meron pa rin, wala pa, mga kaibigan, on cooldown pa ang skill dito ni Muraito Boy. Again, this is Paranoia, napakaganda performance coming from Thresh dito. 3 champion of Team Dethrone got caught with the binding skill coming from Morgana dito, but Da Vinci Code being a very dominant member of team members of the Dethrone, I think it's a turnaround for the team. Sobrang laki ng damage output na ginawa niya.
that's right. So I feel like
for Ezreal. Very good job for Team Dethrone. I think once again it's an ace.
that's right. Another ace for Team Dethrone right now. 21-15. There's kill advantage for Dethrone. Thinking of doing the Baron, but I think it's a little bit very risky, especially with their HP being very, very low. Definitely Shyvana will have to stack this up for them. It looks like they will be able to pick up this Baron without any problems. As you can see here, Lulu providing a lot of shield for Shyvana, preventing a lot of damage coming from Baron there. Ezreal also doing a lot of damage with his Blade of the Ruin King and his Last Whisper there. Again, the gold lead is pushing even further ahead for Team Dethrone. It's now a 9k gold advantage for Team Dethrone. Ezreal dominating the game now, 6-1 and 10, including the Lulu being very effective with her wild growth, going 8-3 and 10 so far.
Ano siya ngayong Last Whisper, Blade of the Ruin King, and 3 to 4 sa item shield ako sa nagbibigay sa kanya lalo ng advantage with damage output coming from his champion. Every time na magkakaroon ng team fight, gagamitin niyo yung kanyang Blade of the Ruin King. Every na ma-chase down siya ng any champion from team PC Kabak Cats dito. So, he's surviving the team fight na nangyayari. Kanina pa pinipilit ang Team Fist Comeback Cats dito, kung mapapansin mo Jay, na mapatay kagad si Ezreal. Unfortunately, with the support coming from the team of Dethrone, the wild growth, the health ni Pix, the heal coming from Sona dito, he is surviving the team fights. And he is dominating the team fight dito with the damage output coming from his champion. So yun ang nangyayari.
I feel like Vi should be the one focusing Ezreal down. She already has more than enough damage to take down Ezreal, but since with the protection coming from Sona and Lulu, it's really hard for him to get to Ezreal without going down first. That's the reason why the Comeback Cats are having a hard time winning this game, and a lot of the spells coming from the Fist Comeback Cats are being weighted on Shyvana. Shyvana is so tanky and surviving most of the damage coming from the Fist Comeback Cats so far.
Actually, kaya ba nyo siya na makita natin dito si Ezreal na hindi kaanong magpipilit ng kanyang item dito, like getting the Blade of the Ruin King. Hindi niya gano'n example for getting the Guardian Angel or any item na pang defensive dito kasi he is surviving the team fight and he is dominating the team fight as well.
Yes, and Ezreal is actually doing a really good job so far,
yes.
Laying down a lot of damage on those team fight, being a very effective backliner. Of course, Lucian is more of a single target. Of course, it is a long-range poke damage, but it's just not enough to take down Shyvana. And because Lucian is unable to do any damage at the backline,
kita-kita mo naman yung damage output from Ezreal dito. One mystic shot burst down the life of Lucian dito. 1/4 ng kanyang HP ang nawala kagad.
That's right. Alright, looks like Lulu and Shyvana trying to bully Vi out here. This is what I'm saying. Vi keeps getting bullied out of the team fight because
yes,
of that.
King of Movers chasing down Vi dito. Mac takes so much damage and counter-strike hindi umabot. Ginamit na ngayon ng kanyang paranoia. Trying to win on the champion Crescendo just in time for the members of Dethrone dito. Muraita Boy taking so much damage from the turret. And Trucian barrage and then from the members of the Dethrone dito. One champion goes down. Double kill for Lucian. Assault and battery has been tapped out mga kaibigan. It's a turnaround double kill for Kalabit Pehengi as well. But one more hit, flash in from Kalabit Pehengi, and I think it's a turnaround once again for the team members of the Dethrone. It's a 3-4-3 exchange here. They're about to get the next one champion. Sobrang nagiging aggressive sila dito. Sobrang umasim na sila doon.
Yeah, actually overdive na yun. In fact, even Sona went back in and lost her life to the third there, trying to follow Ezreal into the team into that fight. Ezreal is the only survivor right now of Team Dethrone right there. It was still a good pickup for Dethrone. They were able to take out the turn and pick up some kills, but they could have done it a little bit more cleaner and wouldn't have lost as many members if they were more focused on their targets. Alright, so there's another pause in the game. We're already back into the game now, and looking at the CS here, Ezreal has a slight CS advantage, about 20 CS advantage over the Lucian. In terms of items though, they're pretty much even. Of course, Ezreal went for the Blade of the Ruin King, while Bloodthirster for Lucian here. Jax isn't really yet the monster he wants to be in this game. He can definitely be that monster if he continues building items. Probably needs a few more items to be a little bit tanky. I think he's going to probably build into Rajus. Yes, he will be building into Rajus to survive the damage coming from the Shyvana, Nocturne, and the Ezreal as well.
Tutusin when you're using a Jax as your champion dito, usually hindi siya ganun kailangan mag-focus ng kanyang tanky items dito. If ever na makuha niya yung kanyang Randuin's Omen, I think it's enough to survive the team fight. Kasi ang mangyayari dito, kapag ginagamit mo si Jax, 1v1 ka against your opponent, bago ka mapatay, mauunahan mo siya. Especially having the Blade of the Ruin King and 3D Force as his item dito. But unfortunately, looking at the item of the team members of the Dethrone, actually, sobrang laki ng tulong sa kanila yung meron silang Lulu dito. They have the wild growth, they have the health picks. Every time na mag-initiate dito si Gab, sobrang na-counter to ng team ng Dethrone.
Yes. Alright, so right now Dethrone has the map advantage here, picking up 7 turrets already. Only two more base turrets are preventing the team Dethrone to go for the Nexus turrets, and Jax, even with those teleports, have not really used those things effectively. I expect them the Jax to be split pushing, but he ain't split pushing here.
I think something went wrong, mga kaibigan, sa ating client. I think nagkaroon tayo ng problema, mga kaibigan. There's a blue screen of set dito sa ating client. Unfortunately, nagkaroon tayo ng problem, mga kaibigan. We'll be right back after a few minute break. Again, I'm Sphere.
I'm Jay.
Stay tuned na kayo, mga kaibigan. Ito na ating replay bago natin
yes, alright, so we're back into the game right now. We're really sorry for that blue screen of death here, and right now Team Dethrone are trying to take down the middle inhibitor of the Fizz Comeback Cat here. Alright, so it looks like the Fizz inhibitor in the mid lane finally goes down here, while Shyvana is trying to apply some pressure in the top lane. The Baron and Dragon will be up pretty soon here. The Dragon will be up in 30 seconds, while the Baron will be up in 1 minute. Now the team Dethrone will rotate to the top lane and try to push here in the top lane. Of course, they can definitely out-bully a Fizz Comeback Cats. The Comeback Cats have to engage here. If they don't, they will lose this third, and they probably will lose this game. There we see here, finally an engage coming from the team Dethrone here, and 4 members of Fizz Comeback Cats are segregated. Of course, Vi going down, diving. Not as tanky as Shyvana there. Another pickup from Dethrone there. Looks like this might even be an ace if they're not careful here. Alright, so right now it's a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of Team Dethrone. Dethrone will pick up another inhibitor. I think they'll probably back away from this, avoiding another death here. Although, you see here, Thresh trying to land the death head. Last connect with Lulu. Lulu taking a lot of damage there, burning down with Ignite right now. Shyvana picking up another kill on Lucian. Only Thresh left to defend his base. Looks like the Team Dethrone will decide to end this game here. They destroyed 1/3, only 1/3 stopping them from picking up the game. Another pickup, an ace actually for Team Dethrone. So it actually will be Team Dethrone will be going on to face off
Team Pacific sa
next
ating
week.
round 2. So very good
Yes.
job for the members of Dethrone. First game goes to Team of Dethrone dito sa laban nila against team ng Fizz Comeback Cats. Unfortunately, nagkaroon tayo ng problema. So, yet again, mga kaibigan, this is the second game for today. And tingnan natin yung ating match stats sa laban na to between Team Dethrone and team ng kanina ng Fizz Comeback Cats. So Jay, ano sa tingin mo nangyari kanina? Ano yung sa tingin mong naging how do you call this, yung naging turnaround sa laban na to?
Yeah, well, basically, based on what I saw in the game a while ago, the Comeback Cats had a really good early game, but they did not continue to execute their plan properly. They had a chance to really they weren't able to execute their plan in the later game, since the pressure applied by Dethrone by picking up towers. Shyvana was able to pick up tower after tower, and because of that, they lost map control. And since they lost map control, this allowed Dethrone to basically snowball and stop the Fizz Comeback Cats from executing their plans. The teleport doesn't become effective anymore as the game
Yes,
progressed.
mga kaibigan, unfortunately, napagandang early game performance from team ng Fizz Comeback Cats. Still give credit sa nangyari kanina performance kanina. First blood and second kill goes to the team. The flash in from Thresh. Still a superb gameplay for Thresh dito sa buong laban.
Yes.
So mga kaibigan, sa lahat ng nagtataka, kanina sa laban ng Team Pacific at ng team ng Decipher, Pacific got the first win. Or the first game dito. Ngayong laban na to, Dethrone won the game.
That's right.
So
it looks
tignan
like,
mo rin ang ating bracket sa laban na to.
yeah, so looking at the bracket, it will be like you said, Pacific versus Dethrone will be facing off in the next round, and whoever wins that will be facing off with MSI for a position in the PGS summer season.
Yes,
Now,
mga kaibigan. Yan, so I think ang mga maganda, napaka-interesting na laban bukas. I think tomorrow we have the first game between team Crying and team, it was if not Decipher, we have the Mito G Hub versus team ng
Acclaim 2.
Acclaim 2. So yan, we have the Generation of Miracles versus Crying, first game, and the Claim to versus Jihad para sa ating second game. So, let's see kung anong mangyayari sa mga laban natin dito tomorrow. Again mga kaibigan, you're watching the Pro Gaming Series 2014 Summer Promotion. I'm Sphere.
And I'm Jay.
Thank you very much for watching. Kita tayo rin bukas.